Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Eminence in Shadow episode number 11 reaction. Alright, the previous episode we get a new story arc. I'm guessing it was the beginning, and we get to see how where Sid goes to like a new place. I think it was called Lindenberg or something like that. Alpha has called him and sent a letter, and while trying to do that he meets up with Rose, bumps into her, and she decides to take him with her. And she's obviously extremely like just smitten with him completely, and just completely just gushing and everything, all that. And not only that, we get a little bit more of Epsilon. We never really got much to know about her, so that episode kind of give us a little more background, a little bit more stuff about Epsilon. We see she has like this a little rivalry with Beta as well, and how she like stuffs her chest with the slime. And yeah, so that was that. And later on, they Rose and Sid goes to that new place. There they meet Beta undercover, who is under the name of Natsume, just giving autographs to the people, the people who love her books. And we get to see again Sid is the one who gave her all these ideas about the books and everything. And that's why she's like all writing some crazy versions, like the some like Romeo and Julieta, these type of things they're writing. Like I'm a Dragon or something like that, which is kind of like a parody to Natsume Soseki's I'm a Cat, that one. And all these things. And it's crazy. And like, this is just what happened where he did the same thing to Gamma as well. So Beta's just writing these things, like making like other versions of these stories. And yeah, so that was that. And later on we get to see like she wrote like a little message inside the book. And yeah, and later on we get to see more of Epsilon, where Sid kind of meets with these people, like some random thugs, not thugs, but that one person he met. And like an Epsilon comes in and helps him, not helps him out, but kind of defeats those enemies. And she goes on her way. And yeah, the jiggle physics we get to see. And obviously we have an actual reason for jiggle physics here. It's not just fan service for the sake of it. There's an actual reason for it. She stuffs slimes up her bust. That's why. So the first anime I've actually seen which gives a actual explanation for the crazy jiggle physics. Anyways, let us begin episode number 11. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, here we are. Damn, just yo. Wow. Hmm. What? Insignificant things I like. Ah, okay. Oh no, it's some. Wait, is that Alexia? What's she do? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh man, I was just thinking like they were going like Alexia was also coming here, and I was wondering like are they gonna bump into each other? Because if she does bump into Sid here, obviously she's going to see Rose just sticking close to him, and she's going to get pissed off because that exactly the same thing happened with Sherry. So oh my god. Oh. Goddamn mosquito. Okay. The goddess's trial. Oh my god. Wow. He's not even. Oh my god. Looking. Yo. Yeah, there you go. Friend. Yeah. Well, is it like a tournament? I knew it. Ancient warriors awaken? What? Oh, probably Arthur probably did that, or I don't know. Well, ah, Venom and Oliver. Okay. Yo, the duck. Yo, the duck just drowned. Oh, okay. Then why did she come? Oh, that's why she's here. My God. Oh no. Well, well, he has way. Oh my God. He. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Yo. Oh my God. Containers. Oh no. Hey, yo, what is this music? What's happening? The water droplets stopped falling when he was talking. Oh no. Wow. Okay. Did she? Okay, she tried to do that. Wow. Oh, oh my god. Hmm. All right. Alexander Rose. Ah, freaking balled it. Canceling the audit. Oh my god. Hmm. Great. That's why she's pissed off. Yeah. Hmm. Oh wow, Natsume is also here. Well, I mean, Beta. Wait, her Natsume Kafka? Oh my god. Her name is Natsume Kafka. Wow. Oh god. Well, she was deliberately doing it, obviously. Yeah, she has the whole thing with her rivalry or whatever. Oh my, yo, she just. Wow, she is crazy. She actually did it. Oh no. Where is Sid? There he is. What's that? Oh wow, great. So that's what's happening. All right, like a whole fake event going on here, like special effects. What? Well, the whole Oliver that was summoned, was that also a fake one? I wonder. Topibacterius. Topibacterius. Okay. Hmm. Ancient warrior. Ah. Oh, okay, okay. Ah. What is this? What are you doing? He's like holding it like a baseball bat. What are these names? Yep, no one's here. Matamuri. Hmm. Okay, who's this? Oh yeah. Oh, is that? Wait, who are those? Okay. It's night time. It's still ongoing. What the hell? On Narrows. Oh. Wait, who put his name there? It's you. Who put his name? Did Rose do it? Oh my god, yeah, she wants the whole. Oh my god, he wants him to win and then like tell it to her father and all that. Yeah. Hmm. I don't think you have to run away. I don't think that's an option. Because, yeah, he'll be kicked out. Yeah. You have to go then. Oh, there's option three. Oh, what's he trying to do? What's he doing here? Oh, wait. Oh, that's what it did. Okay. Confuse the matter. Yeah, that's the best way. Oh, he just left. Oh, yeah, she saw that. Not saw that, but kind of. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, who's that? Damn. Okay, wait, who's this? Yeah, well, okay, it's fine. You're in Shadow's, like, identity, so. That's Gamma, isn't it? What? No, who's that? Isn't that Gamma? No. Oh, that's someone else. What? Kind of looks like Gamma a little bit. Aurora. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Otherwise, she wouldn't appear. What the hell is that? Is that blood? Damn. Ancient battle technique. Yeah, well, yeah, he still hasn't done anything. So, Violet. Oh, one of it is. Oh, he's just writing it now. Wow. What is that? Some shackles? Whoa. Oh, wow. Damn. She had shackles. She will never use her full power. All right, so he won, and then leaves, obviously. Well, you just saw, you know. Wait, now what's going to happen? Someone defeated the what? Wait. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm guessing they were expecting this, yeah? What? Okay, so something happened. We don't know what exactly happened. She said the sanctuary has answered his call. So for a moment, I thought that was Gamma or something. Then, yeah, obviously that was not Gamma. Hmm. That's it. Yep, it is the end of this episode. Okay, we begin this episode by obviously Sid going inside a hot spring, him talking about like, oh, there's a few things I like, a few things I don't like, and there's a few things that are like insignificant things which I kind of like, and some insignificant things that I don't like. Hot springs falls into the insignificant things that I like. So yeah, so he's kind of in a good mood, sits down in the hot spring. Alexia just wide-eyed open, like she's like, what the hell is going on? Where did he pop up from, and why is he just nonchalantly sitting down in a hot spring? I love the fact that she was just like, she was just extremely like, like probably embarrassed, obviously embarrassed, but then she is also like unable to say anything because she felt that, oh, if I say something here, like, it'll be like my own weakness or something. Because that's the thing about Alexia, she doesn't want to show weakness, and she probably thought that, like, yeah, if I say something like, oh, why are you here, I'm here inside the hot springs, get out, or something like that, she thought she would be actually showing like a weakness in front of Sid, and that's definitely what something that she doesn't want to do. That's why she was just, her eyes were like red, like her, like, cheeks were like all completely red, and she was just her teeth were just like this, and she was struggling, and then she little by little kind of calmed down and just casually asks him a question. She's like, oh, like, you're okay now. I thought I hit you so hard, sliced you so hard that you'll probably be in hospital bed for a long time, but you're okay now, you're healed. And Sid is like, yeah, it's fine, I'm okay. And Sid talks about like how one of his friend, invited him here, and she talks about how this is like a goddess's trial thing that's going to happen. Ancient warriors awaken and come out of the sanctuary, and what happens is they compete with the challengers, and that's the thing. Like, that's basically what happens. And she says how she's not going to participate, nor is Sid is going to. She's like, oh, obviously you're not going to participate, and then she also says like, I'm also not going to participate this time because I'm here investigating the murder of the, like the what does she say? I'm here. Yeah, Archbishop at the cathedral has been murdered. I'm here to investigate that. That's why I won't be attending this whole thing. And she also says that where's that part? Oh, she also says that the previous battle against who is this guy that he mentioned? Okay, someone who summoned Olivia. What was the name that Wandering Swordsman Venom? Okay, made waves by summoning the hero Olivia. Now, one thing I realized by the end of it is that it's not like, I thought that this was like a whole fake event going on, because the guy, he pressed a button and the whole special effects started coming up. So I thought it was like a whole fake event, but then I realized, no, it's not a fake event. The actual person, like an ancient warrior, does actually appear, because Aurora appeared in the end. So at that moment, when I saw that whole thing happening, when he pressed the button and those special effects started happening, I was like, wait a minute. So was the whole Olivia thing like a fake person who came and who like hired actors or something that just came here? But then I was like, okay, no, maybe not. Like, the Olivia is an actual person, like, the actual hero That's he actually came in the previous event in front of this guy called Venom. So yeah. Now oh my god. And then she's like, "Oh, do you want to know more about this whole thing where the archbishop has been murdered and all that? You want to know more about this?" And he's like, "Ah, no, not necessarily." And she's like, "You want to know, don't you?" He's like, "No, I don't want to know." He's like, "Oh, if you join the Crimson Knights, I might actually tell you." He's like, "No, I don't want to know." And she keeps saying the same thing, and in the end, she's like, "I'm going to enroll you inside the in the White Knights, in the Crimson Knights." And he's like, "Please don't do that." uh, Now after that, she kind of says like, "Oh, I thought you were just going to ogle me, but you're not doing that. I'm impressed." And like obviously, like Shadow is way above all of this. He's he has the ambition of like being the ultimate mob character, being the Eminence in Shadow. He won't be swayed by these things, like. And she's like, "Oh, but I was wrong apparently." And he says that, yeah, he says that, "Oh, like I might ask you to do the same thing, and please stop glancing over at my Excalibur." Oh my god. And she says that you call that Excalibur, I think the word you're looking for is worm. And he says you mustn't judge a book by its cover. Oh my god, what is this conversation? And then he's like, he just stands up. Oh my. He just stands up and then he's like, where's that part? Oh, the music starts playing. I'm like, what? What is this? Like, just listen to the music, like, music for this section. And he says, "You may come to find out what you thought was a worm was merely still contained in its sheath." This guy just knows how to, like, what's it called? Like, this guy knows how to properly arrange a conversation and actually say it in such an elegant way. I don't know what else to, just how else to compliment him. He said it in such, it was such an elegant way that he said that. He was like, "What you merely thought was a worm was just something contained in his sheath." And the music as well is just matching, like his elegancy. Is that a word? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Alex is like, "What do you mean?" And he just gets up, just is leaving, and then he takes off the towel and just I think this is something that in these, like, hot springs or baths or whatever. I'm not really sure, but I've seen other animes as well where they do like something like this. Is this like a thing? Probably. I'm not really sure. However, I love this whole section where everything goes slow motion. The water droplets are like just floating, slowly, and he's giving his ultimate quote. One of his sayings: "When a holy sword is removed from its sheath, its sparkling blade is set free, and it sets off on a quest for the Guardian of Chaos." What? Alright, is this some kind of an innuendo? I'm not really sure, but it probably is. I'm not really sure. And the water droplets like completely stopped. I love the way they did this part, especially in this section. His voice kind of deepens, the music stops, the water droplets stop, and he leaves. And he just gives this whole thing and just this quote and just leaves. And Alexia's like, "What the hell?" And she gets up and she tries to do the same thing, the whole slap thing that she did, like he did. Oh god, that was fantastic. All right. After that, we get to the main section where this guy the new archbishop, I'm guessing, or someone like that. He's like giving this quote and is talking about like how Beatrix fought the demon the Diablos, and the hand is over there in the sanctuary, all that stuff he's saying. And he's saying like that all these heroes are waiting for you on the other side of the sanctuary door, and everyone's ready to do this thing. And so you all know what they're hoping for, and they seek who you will carry on their legacy. Okay, so that's what's happening. This is the whole thing. They're like, oh, if you are able to win, you'll be carrying on the legacy or something like that. Now, I love the fact that three of the main characters are actually here in the same place. Alexia, beside her is Beta, and on the other side is Rose. And it's so funny that Beta and Alexia just kind of having this like this cold war between each other, just battling against each other in this weird way, while Rose is just standing there, just like on the other side is what's his name, Sid, just over there. And I don't even know if I think like Alexia probably does know that, yeah, both of them probably knows that Rose is the one who brought Sid over here. Like, even though Sid was on his way here on his own, still Rose met him on the way. I love the fact that like they're okay with that, but these two are just fighting amongst each other. Now, okay, so Alexia's pretty pissed off at this guy, and he's like they are just like, we get a little flashback why she's pissed, because the whole investigation has been blocked, like just halted, because this guy, he's like, oh, like this is like a holy event, we are not going to allow that and all that. And he's like, yeah, you guys are okay. The royal family sent you here to investigate His Grace the Archbishop, but as you see, he has met with grave misfortune. We in the church must find the vile fiend who committed this heinous act and apprehend them without delay. And if we are to ensure the goddess's trial is carried out successfully, I do not have any time to indulge in your hobbies. And that's how he just made them go away. Alexia's pissed off, and she's like just seething in anger. And she's like, yeah, the evidence will be disposed of while we're just sitting here watching this whole thing. And yeah, so then she looks at Beta, and obviously she's pissed off at Beta as well. She's like, what the hell is going on? And Beta's like, especially because Alexia is watching her, she's just just kind of enhancing her chest or whatever, that the thing that she was doing. Alexia's getting pissed off little by little. And I love the fact that Beta just directly looks at her and just makes like a smug face. I did not expect her doing that. And obviously this is the thing, Alexia is a type of person who would just, I don't know, like she doesn't really like hold back, that type of a person, so she gives her this smug face, just looking at her like that. And in Beta's head, she's like, obviously Beta is not happy that Alexia is like, kind of like still in the main heroine position or whatever. And that's why she changed the whole book, and instead of Alexia put herself in there. And she's like pissed off because of that, and that's why she gave her that smile, that smug smile. But Alexia, like I said, she doesn't hold back. She just stomps her leg then and there. I was actually not expecting that. I thought this would be just like a verbal, like not even a verbal, but they're just going to look at each other and just seethe in anger, just like challenging each other, just looking at each other. But that will be the extent to it. I never expected Alexia to actually be violent here. She just stomped her feet then and there. This girl is so unpredictable, this Alexia. She just does whatever that she like she doesn't hold back. That's the thing. I was not in my I didn't even expect her to just stomp her like that. Like yeah, like that's the thing. She didn't even this is the first time she's meeting her, isn't she? I'm talking like Beta knows about her. I'm not talking about Beta, I'm talking about Alexia. So the fact that to a complete stranger she just stomped her leg, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. And she's like, oh, what's the matter, and she's like, oh, my leg, like what are you doing? And she's like, oh my, is something the matter, like is something bothering you? And just stomping her leg. And again just stomps her leg. Now, interesting thing, her name, Beta, the name is Natsume Kafka. I did not realize her name, like the other name is Kafka. Obviously, Kafka everyone knows. Another famous author. Let me check. Just a minute. Where is the part? Just a minute. Kafka. Franz Kafka. There you go. Yeah, and he, I think like he wrote Metamorphosis, didn't he? Yeah, Metamorphosis. There you go. So Kafka and Natsume Soseki. So her name is Natsume Kafka. Okay. Now, I'm definitely sure, like Sid probably gave her these names and she just, because obviously in the original world, these two people existed. So he probably gave these names to Beta, and Beta made that her pen name or whatever. Okay, now, and while these two are just fighting with each other, Rose is just happy, just just on the other side looking at Sid, and Sid is just waiting there. Now after that, we see this guy is like, oh, let this whole event begin, and just put the leg on the button, and the magic circle or whatever, that thing. Now here's the thing, was this like a special effect done by him, like some kind of a lighting effect that he did? Because a similar thing happened in the end after Sid defeated Aurora. However, that one was a legitimate one, wasn't it? But this one was like a artificial one, or am I wrong? Because he pressed the button and that's when this happened. So I'm guessing this was like just a man-made thing, like an artificial one that he just made and had ready, like special effects and all that. But the final one, the final section where the whole thing triggered after Sid defeated Aurora, was a legitimate one, the magic circle that came after that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, this whole thing begins and we get to see different people just come in. And here, these guys talk about what happens if an ancient warrior comes in. He won't be able to leave the Dome of Light until one of them is down for the count. Okay, last year somebody died. So then they're like, but then why do people do this? And they say that if they are able to succeed in this, then you're going to get a medal. And one of these medals are able to get you in any Night Order in any nation of the world. It's a very good deal. So obviously Sid is listening to all of that. And Sid is thinking like, you know what? Maybe I should do something with my whole shadow, being like a mob character. And he's thinking like, should I do something or should I not do something? And he's just hoping for like something crazy to happen where he can come down as an eminence in shadow and do something here, shock the world, and then just leave in the shadows again. So she was thinking of something like that. And then he's also kind of like, oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll just lay low for this time at least. And like all of these things that are thinking, and these warriors are coming out, trying to bring out the ancient warriors. The warriors are not coming. And yeah, so okay, you know what are these names of these people? Like the first person goes on. Wait a minute. Matamuri. What was the first guy's name? Just a minute. Okay, where's that section where the first guy comes in? I need to get to know his name. Okay, the first guy, his name is Topubacterius. I'm guessing as like that's like a top batter, that kind of thing. Is that what? And then the next guy, in just a minute, his name is, I think, Matamuri. Where is that? No. Oh yeah, I realized it. The whole joke, top bacterias, and the reason that is the reason why held his sword like a baseball bat at the beginning. Like he was like doing this. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Are you a swordsman? You look like a baseball player. Like, he's like holding his hand like they're doing this. So that's why his name is Top Bacterias. Oh my god, I realized it this late. The jokes in this, oh my god, the wordplay and all. Okay, the next guy, his name is what? Banitete? Just a minute. I'm pretty sure there's like a reference to, not reference, but like a wordplay here as well. Banitete. I'm not really sure what this means, but I'm pretty sure it means something, some kind of a joke. His name. Because the final character that comes out, the final person, his name is Matamuri, and if you see the translation, it's called "still ain't happening." With Matamuri means like it's not happening, like something like that. Like that's the basically his name. So this is like a whole joke about how the the ancient warriors are not coming out. Like still ain't happening, which means still the ancient warrior is not coming. Wow, what? Yeah. Okay, so all of these people, they're like, like just aren't able to summon the heroes, and this is just continuing. And here we get to see a few other things. Now, first of all, what's happening here? Alpha, is that Alpha? At the beginning we see there's like a lady. Oh no, that's not Alpha. What the hell am I saying? That's Zeta, isn't it? The girl who is like wearing like a suit and helping out like a person on the boat. That's Zeta, isn't it? Yeah, that's Zeta. The other person who I see, very short hair, has is like drinking like a milkshake or something. I don't know what that is she's drinking. Who is that girl? I don't think that's Ita. Like, then who is that? Ita has long hair. I don't think it's Delta as well, because Delta has ears. Is this another one of the Shadow Garden people? I'm not really sure. And obviously we kind of see Alexia as well, like kind of talking to Rose. That's Rose, isn't it? That's Rose, isn't it? Yeah, it must be. Wait, one thing I don't understand. They're like talking and like kind of having a conversation here, and then at night we see them again in the dome, inside the dome, just sitting down. What's going on? Wait a minute. No. Was it someone else? No, that's oh, that's not Alexia. My god. I'm so that's Epsilon. Yeah. Like, oh, I'm just realizing it. They look so similar. Epsilon and Alexia. I actually mistook her for Alexia. And the other girl, I mistook her for Rose. That's Alpha and Epsilon. Oh my god. Wow, I just realized it. Epsilon looks so much like Alexia, and Alpha looks so much like Rose. Like, since she had her hat on, I was like, wait a minute, is this Rose? And then I was like, how is this Alexia and how is this Rose? Both of them are in the dome alongside them, just watching the whole thing. It's okay. Makes so much sense. Yeah. That's Epsilon, and that's yeah. They look so similar, Epsilon and Alexia, and Rose and Alpha as well, kind of. If you have like give them a hat, you won't be able to realize from a side profile. Okay. So here we get to see that she says that someone called Annerose was able to get one of the mystical heroes. Now, I do wonder if this person will be like a important person in the future, because this Annerose is the only person who was able to summon someone, which is obviously a big deal, isn't it? So who knows? Anyway, or maybe she's just like a mob character. Now suddenly, Sid's name is being called, and Sid is like, oh, what a mob-like name, and then he's like, wait a minute, that's me. Oh god. And Everyone's like, wait a minute, a student from the Dark Knight Academy? That's crazy. And everyone's surprised, even Beta's surprised, because that was not the plan. The only person who's not surprised is Rose, because Rose thinks that if Sid is able to surpass this whole thing, her dad will accept Sid into the family or something like that. Then let them get married. Oh my god. So Sid is like, wait a minute, so what should I do? Should I just go and fight? That's number one. Number two, like, oh, and that has a risk to it. If some crazy, like, like a mystical hero comes in, like, then he'll like, he'll be like in a very tough situation, because people will be like, what the hell, what's going on? People will get to know his actual power. That's a problem. If he like, actually concedes this and says like, oh, I won't fight, yeah, then obviously, this is, since he's a person from the academy, everyone will be pissed. He'll probably be kicked out, and her sister will probably just kill him. So there you go. It's not happening as well. So the third option, which is to just make a pandemonium so that he just forgotten, just like a mob character, like his name is being called out, he's not coming out, suddenly Shadow comes in, and bam, like everyone's focus is on Shadow. Everyone forgets about this one person who was just being called a few moments ago, Sid Kageno. Just like a mob character, he's forgotten. Perfect way. That's definitely the way, and that's the way he decided to go through. He uses like a light on top, it shines, and when everyone's like looking at that light, he changed, I'm guessing he changed his, like, clothing in a matter of seconds. Obviously, this is Sid we're talking about. He doesn't need time to change his dress. And he's like ready, and Shadow is just standing there. And yeah, so everyone's like surprised. Obviously Beta is just looking like this, because obviously Beta knows that's Shadow. And that guy, that bald guy, the Archbishop or whatever he is, he's like talking with the other person, like, what the hell is going on? And Rose is surprised, even Alexia is surprised. And yeah, so they're like, what the hell is going to happen now? So we see Shadow, like, invoke the magic circle, and someone gets summoned here. Now here, okay, now one thing I'm a little bit confused about, here he says how I didn't activate it when, the magic circle opened up. Now one thing I'm a little confused about is, this line kind of proves that he actually has been, like, this whole thing, that his whole heroes being summoned was kind of like a fake thing, which I kind of suspected. I was like, he pressed the button, this is like a whole show that he's putting, a fake show. So, but then when I saw Sid actually summoning Aurora, I was like, oh, maybe not, maybe this is a legitimate thing. So maybe the Olivier that came previous year was an actual Olivier, and it was nothing fake. It was not done by paid actors, which I first suspected. But now I'm again thinking, maybe that is exactly what was happening here. Like, the person who Sid summoned was someone he summoned through his own ability. That's why this guy suddenly said, wow, I didn't activate it. Because I think this is what's going on. He's like making this like whole fake show, where he is like, probably choosing a few of the candidates, like 2 or 3 of them. And when they are going to come on stage, he's activating some mechanism, which is bringing out some paid actor who is acting as if they are the ancient heroes, and they're fighting them. And that's what's going on. Like, this is like a whole setup that he's doing. And that's why he says here that how I didn't activate it, because he actually didn't activate anything here. This is not a paid actor. This is something who genuinely came. And that's why he's surprised. So let me know, is that what's exactly happening? I think that's what's happening here. Up until now, he has been doing this whole fake thing. That's why he's so surprised when Sid legitimately summons someone. And this person is Aurora. And okay, an ancient warrior is answering his call. And this lady comes out. And the first thing I thought after seeing her, I was like, is this Gamma? Because for a moment, I thought this is like a whole setup, like Sid and everyone's like playing like a whole game here with all the others. Like, this is like a whole plan that they have. Because she kind of looks like Gamma, especially like, the beauty mark here. And, the hair color also really resembles Gamma. However, this is not Gamma if you look at her properly. So she's just standing there, and All right, so and then they're like, wait, this is impossible. Aurora, the witch of calamity. Okay, they're like, who is Aurora? Okay, Aurora, the magic witch of calamity. She once rained chaos and destruction down on our world. And they're like, I haven't heard of her. And she's like, oh, I know because I'm an author. Then she kind of asks the guy. She's like, oh, there's no records left to describe it. Dear Archbishop, will you please tell me? I love the apparent disgust in Rose and Alexia's face. And okay, so he says that the name Aurora is known to only a select few. Still, the shadow person is rather unfortunate. I hardly someone could summon Aurora, so he definitely won't be able to defeat him. And so here Alexia gives a good point. She's like obviously you don't underestimate Shadow, because it is true that Aurora actually answered his call. That must mean that she is of a similar level to him. So yeah, that's what she says, and then the fight begins. And here we get to see that Sid is thinking in his head that this part where he says like, she feels the same way I do. A battle is a conversation, the sifting of a sword's point, the movement of one's gaze, the placement of the feet, all of them reflect your opponent's will. And he's like, oh, this girl is just like me. She wants to fight. And this is like a conversation we're having. And he says that we read those cues to give each other better responses back and forth over and over again. This is the real essence of battle. And she's like using blood or whatever. I'm not really sure what she's using, but you know, like Sid is kind of dodging everything. And like, you know, everyone's like, oh, not everyone, but the Archbishop is like, oh, look at him, obviously he'll lose. But Beta's like, oh, but he hasn't been hit still, you know, like he's dodging everything and still haven't started anything. So now after that we get to see that he kind of looks at Violet, like calls her Violet, and then he's like, oh, like, you know, it's such a shame. Like he looks at her and he sees that like there's shackles, like, you know, in her hands and everything. So he realizes something is suppressing her power, and that's why he's like, it's too bad. I wanted to fight you at your full potential. Yeah, he defeats her. She gets destroyed, and then he leaves, obviously. So not only that, obviously, since he has defeated someone in this like, on a thing, I feel like the original magic circle gets activated here, or something happens, you know. So the first one that came out was a fake one. I'm guessing that he just used like some special effects to make. However, this one is a legitimate one, and since Shadow actually defeated Aurora, this legitimately got invoked. And we can see everyone's like outside waiting. For example, Alpha's just looking at it, Delta is also waiting there, and Alpha says that the sanctuary has answered his call. And he says that, Shadow, so it is true, you are ... nothing else. She doesn't say what she realized, so who knows, we'll get to know in the next episode. And yeah, that is where it ends. A great episode. The first part was hilarious, it was so funny, my god. And obviously the next part as well. So yeah. Okay, so that is it. Thanks for watching, guys. This was my reaction to episode number 11 of the Eminence in Shadow. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. That is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next week with another episode of the Eminence in Shadow. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.